Hello, good evening. It is the club call. Me and Pat taking you through till around 6.
It's like I'm really warm.
I've just put this on. It has just in the last 5 minutes.
Warm all day.
It
Oh, it's
hasn't.
just gone really warm. Or suddenly just like
Yeah,
the
like
heat went up.
Yeah, yeah.
Heat went up. No, what it was, Ned. It was when you did a full Sharon Stone and opened your legs.
It was.
It's when it went
was
really warm.
It was.
The ginger powers.
Wham.
Right,
Wow.
it is the club call. We'd love a couple of callers. Right, I'd say I'd love a call about
what?
it.
That's just doing my head. Go ahead, carry on.
Would-
Who would you love a club call from?
The new kit came out today, right? I would love a caller on one side who tells me it's amazing and you love it and all that. And I'd love a call on the other side who tells me the opposite, that why you think it's too expensive and all that kind of thing. Would love that, please. Also, we've got a new system for calling. It won't make any difference if you're a regular caller. If you're obviously on Toffee TV Premier, people, it's the same thing. But if it does go a little bit, we're testing out a new system, which should be a lot slicker at our end, and it will lead to hopefully other things going forward.
Yeah.
But we're using it for the first time today, and so it's like a trial thing. So if it doesn't quite work for us, then don't moan at us. We're trialing it out to make the shows better, slicker, faster. And there might be an option on it going forward for people who aren't Premier members to just leave us a little message. You won't be able to have that interact. That's for Premier members. That's safe. You're keeping that. But there might be a little thing in the future where you can just leave us a little message, a little video message. So we're trialing it out. So give us so who you going to call?
Can I just say, in normal circumstances, when you join, you have to type your name in the chat. This time it'll prompt you to type your name.
Yeah, a little box will pop up with a weird name in it.
Yeah.
Do us a favour, just put your name in that box. You have to do that. And that's so, and then Ned knows then, and Ned can come in the chat. It all looks a little bit slicker, a little bit nicer if you're a regular caller. So please do I'd love to hear your opinions on the kit, because obviously kit come out today. I think it's a nice kit. I think it's smart, and the blue is a proper good Everton blue. It's you know, it's like that. I think it's a real, and the pattern's fine, but obviously the price point is something I'd love to hear about, because
I'll be honest, like someone had to go at me trying to flog the kit.
Yeah, you were trying to flog. You were full QVC.
I was QVC.
Yeah.
Can I just have the disclaimer here? I'm getting a penny for flogging the kit. What I was doing was telling you what the kit was like. I know I'm going to buy it for my lad. Do I think it's too expensive? Yeah, I do, because I think all football kits are too expensive.
As you'll notice,
go on.
We don't even get a kit. We don't get a kit. We used to get kits, and people used to love accusing us. You get a free kit. We don't even get kits anymore. They ask us if we want to go and look at it, and we can get a video out of it. For us, it's a video so you can see it. We don't even get a kit out of it anymore.
And the thing about it was, for those 12 people that used to think giving us a kit to hang up wasn't a kit. We didn't get one each.
Didn't even get our size. They deliberately give us a kit.
It'd be in the middle. It'd be in the middle. Like,
it was the bleeding Goldilocks kit. The anti-Goldilocks kit.
The thing was, we could have just bought one if we were that arsed.
Can't now.
Getting
I haven't got the budget for it now.
No, it's gone now. Not with this, not that much visa. The thing is that it was advertising all year for Everton. Yeah. That was what it was for. Yeah. So, get back in your box.
I want to get one in a few weeks.
I'd love a kit with a
Do whatever. But I got, obviously, me and Ned went yesterday and got a preview of it. And it was nice. It's a nice kit. And that was what I was saying on the thing. It's a nice kit. Is it too expensive? Yeah, because all football kits are. But I just want to clear something up. The Pro version, the AirTex version, is literally like the hard-wearing version. If you're playing footy all the time, it's lighter and all that. That's the £110 version. It's only available for men and women. It's not available for kids and all that, so I wouldn't be buying it anyway. If Zach asked me to get him on, he'd get the second one to be off, right? Because the replica kit is what, if you're going to buy it, it's what we've always had anyway. So that really is the kit. So, but even that £75 a lot of money for like an adult to buy a kit. Of course it is. But the thing is, if you look at it like it's the final kit at Goodison, that was the point I was trying to get over. This will be I do feel quite strongly that there will be another kit that comes up near the end of the season, as in, Everton might wear it. Who knows? But that's the kit for the final season at Goodison. That was the point I was trying to get across. Buy it, don't buy it, it's up to you. I just think
no,
it's good.
it's up to you. And
It's a nice kit.
even the pro, I think Everton have messed up with the pro version. I just think they should.
Do you think they just didn't need to do it?
No, I mean, listen, everyone's doing it now. Nike are doing it, Adidas are doing it. They're obviously, we've seen like MLS Pro ones, and it's ridiculous because there's a massive difference in them.
There is.
See, I actually think there should be a third version. I think there should be a fan version, which should just be basically a T-shirt with all the gear, with all the stuff on it. Other clubs did it. I was in the Paris Saint-Germain shop in London on
That's more affordable.
on Saturday, and it's just a T-shirt. And why not? Why not offer someone the chance to have something that looks like a footy kit, but is basically just a T-shirt that would probably cost buttons, would have a similar neck. That to me makes sense as well. I don't think Everton should be pushing too heavily that there's a £110 option. I think, but listen, we're all. I think it's more important if you've got kids. If you're an adult, you don't have to buy the kit. Let's stress that. If you're an adult, you can buy the kit if you want. You don't have to. It's for people who've got kids, and there's this thing of you don't have to buy them. We were all kids once. We all know. I remember when the pink 1992, the pink salmon kit come out, and I remember
over there.
I remember my mum fuming because it was the first kit that I was an adult in, and it was £30. And I remember her fuming, going because she had to because I was like, I've got to have it.
Mate, I'm in the same.
No,
boat
and I'm
right
saying
now.
that's then, and I'm saying I've got to have that kit. I've got to have it. I'm an Evertonian, and I've got to have that kit. And he was like, no, you've got a kit. No, we haven't had a salmon pink one before like that. So everyone's in that boat, and you're in that boat, you know, the same as everyone. But if you've got 2 or 3 kids, and they want the name and numbers, that's a big part of it now. Yeah. And they want the badges. And you're talking, if you've got 2 kids, you're talking over 250 quid. And that's just not on. When there are, let's be honest, let's be real here, there are alternative places you can get kits for £15, £16. I'm not going to say where they are. You know where they are. For the sake,
I just think for football in general, though.
Where does it go?
It's not just Everton. This is just football in general.
Where does it? Why do socks cost £16? The socks.
No, I know, mate. I know.
And the white.
Mad. It's mad. And that's football again. We had all this with the England kit, didn't we? For
Sharpie will be on to you in a minute, mate.
The Euros one was like 100 and whatever it was, mad 140 quid or something. You're like, why? It's a footy kit.
But if you're an Evertonian, let's just say with hum, if I'm an Evertonian, well, I am an Evertonian. If I'm buying the kit for my kid, if I've got kids, and I mean, kids grow, of course, but if I look at it and go, right, home kit, white shorts, white. I'm never buying them new shorts and socks unless obviously because the kids they go out of.
And obviously I know the differences, but my missus like last week I think it was 3 pair of shorts, right? Yeah, right. Last 3, and
they're all the same.
I mean, funny, they're the same shorts, every one, and I bought them new shorts every year with the kids. Like, now, okay, he's grown.
So you go and buy last season's,
but you're looking and going
now because it's Hummel and
that's like they're she's like which go with this top, you know, with the thing. And I was looking going, it's them ones, and there's a slight, you know what I mean, and that kind of thing I think is a bit naughty. Yeah. Can I just address this before we go to Sharpie? Why is Don modelling the new kit if he's leaving? Because them modelling pictures will have been done in March.
Yeah, but you don't have to use them.
No, well, Everton, but okay.
No, but you don't have to use them. No, we have seen it before.
And a lot of clubs do it. You know, Everton, Jared Brantwaite's prominent in a lot. Everton have put pictures out of just him today, just wearing the kit. Obviously trying to wind United up. United bid tonight.
Dele was in the yellow kit 2 seasons ago, and he went on loan about two weeks later.
In fact, it was 2 weeks.
Because the kit didn't come out till late.
If they phone tonight, United, and go, all right, 75 million, Jared's gone tomorrow, and Everton have used him on everything. So having a look at players in kits and going, oh, will he stay or what? Just the way it is, Jared, because when they're doing that modelling, you know, back in March or April, they would have, I am sure people probably thought Dom would sign a new deal. I did. I thought he signed a new contract. Yeah. So, and listen, he still may sign it, but all of the noise around him is that he's going. And that normally, when that continues, and there's been no change in that, it normally means he's going to go.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Right, we got Sharpie?
Yeah.
Go on then. Hello, Sharpie.
You just have to take it, mate, because this just pops out.
Ned, not hearing nothing.
It was coming through before, he's not talking now.
Sharpie, speak to us.
He's not talking.
Sharpie, if you don't talk to us, we can't have you on.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Ned, have you put something in the chat?
1.
Yeah. It was working fine before. I just muted it so we couldn't see it, so it wouldn't come through.
Is it unmuted?
Yeah.
Okay, that's just not a good start. Is it?
Hello, Sharpie.
No. Okay, that's Sharpie
Can
gone.
you see him?
Yeah, he's there.
Glad you keep talking. There's a super chat there.
Right, that's
The
the...
ISO one, the link's pasted in because it bounced.
Okay, Sniffer says Pro ones are nicer. I paid... Sniffer's a Newcastle fan, by the way. I paid £110 for our Adidas one. Yeah, listen. Again, right? People, if you can afford it and you like it, I got to hold the Pro one and all that yesterday. It's lovely. It is. It's nice. It's got like a different
That's
thing.
why they're
It's
110
thinner,
quid.
but it's 110 quid. If you've got the money and you think, you know what, I want that and I've got the money to buy it, fair play, but... Well, the parents won't feel under pressure to buy that one because you can't get it for kids. Obviously, I could probably get it for my... Well, I could because my lad is now in an adult size, even though he's 13.
Sharpie, you there?
Hello.
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 Go on, mate.
Come on, mate, we can hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me. Oh, you can hear me. How you doing, lads? How you doing, lads? You all right?
No, I can hear him twice.
I can hear him twice, Ned.
Come on, guys. What's going on?
Well, Sharpie, all we can do is bow down to Ned, isn't it? Not
Bow before Ned.
you know what it is.
Okay, mate. Can you hear me now?
We can, but there's a lot of reverberation.
Okay, I'll hold on, shall I?
Go on. You
You talk, and I'll try and make out what you're saying.
Okay, mate. Yeah, long time no speak. Anyway, you guys doing all right?
Yeah, good, mate. Good.
Nice one. I really wanted to give you guys a call today because I just thought it was really interesting this whole Onana transfer. You know, it's an interesting move, isn't it? And I mean, would you agree that he's a very divisive figure, isn't he, in their supporters' eyes?
Who are we referring to? Sorry.
Onana.
Oh, Onana. Yeah. I think he very much splits opinion in the fan base.
50-50, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is going to be an interesting call because you're going to be on one side, I'm going to be on the other. It's an interesting one because I don't particularly rate him that much. I don't really think he's really produced a lot in an Everton shirt. There's been the occasional flashes of a good game, but in terms of like consistently performing at a high level, I don't think he's done it at all. What do you think of his move to Villa? I'm thinking that he might do quite well at Villa. Because of Emery. Emery's a pretty savvy manager, isn't he? What do you think of his transfer?
No, listen, I think for him it's a good move. I've heard, different people not sure about why he's going to Villa, but I think they've got Champions League football and they look like a club on the up. And as you just said there, they've got a fantastic manager. That's the true thing for me. That Villa have got a fantastic manager, and they're buying him, aren't they? They know what they want to use him for. They know what they want.
Well, is it possible that he's going to Villa because Villa are the only team that made the bid?
It's hard to say. I mean, maybe, but I mean, I think at this stage of his career, playing in the Premier League, still young. I think that he's in the Champions League. What a good place to go for maybe 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Listen, 3 years is still going to be 25, and then maybe one of the. If he has a good time and he is doing well in the Champions League games, then he's got a fantastic opportunity to move on to someone even bigger. I think it's a good place to go. It's a stepping stone again.
Yeah.
But I feel I'd like a little bit more money, to be honest. But that's one of those things.
That's where only one club.
That's where I've got to say that's where, because he's only one player. Then that's what it is.
Yeah, like I say, it's an interesting one. I think he could go to Villa and play really well. And like I say, if Emery gets them maybe taken to the next step. I've got a funny feeling though he might be one of those players that he'll do pretty well at Villa and possibly get a move to a bigger team, but then not perform. Do you know what I mean? Because I just don't really see the greatness and he's going to the top and all that like you guys do. So what am I missing?
I just think if you watch them for Belgium, I think his job is very particular. He takes the ball off the back four and he helps break the press, the opposition team. And it's one of those roles now that's become sort of big in football. And you know, it's not a dramatic position. It's not something that we as football fans appreciate, I don't think, because we want like box to box play, scoring goals, doing great skill. I just think in football now this has become a position that is one of those things. It's like the fan looks at it and goes, well, what are you really doing? But I think for a manager, and when you look at numbers after a game, you know, if you looked at his numbers for Belgium in the Euros, you could watch a game and go, he didn't do anything. And then you look at his numbers afterwards and the tackles were there, 97% pass accuracy or stuff like that. And you think, wow, on paper, he's done an amazing job. But our eyes we're looking and thinking, he's done nothing. Well, to the manager, though, that's hugely important. So I think there's more and more of these players, by the way, in football now, where as a fan you're like, do something amazing, but they're not, and I think that's more of where football's going. It's becoming such a tactical battle now that it is one of those things now in football. Have we lost him?
Gone.
We lost him.
Yeah.
Apologies, Sharpie. Your audio was just a little bit off there. We're gonna try and sort that out. Apologies. I did say we were going to have a couple of teething problems as we get
just got to try it.
That wasn't an hour and that, because we only had one monitor on. That would have been Sharpie's microphone.
Okay. But we'll find out. Someone else give us a call and we'll find out.
Onana, yeah. I mean, Benjamin says he'll flop at Villa. I don't think he will. I think he'll thrive.
Well, can you answer Sharpie's question then and just give us a idea of what you think he can do there? Or why you like him, because obviously you like him as well.
I think he's a really good player. I think some people seem to think he was going to be this all-action midfield player that'd score goals, break the lines, you know, dribble past 6 players, whatever. But that wasn't his role. His role is progressing the ball, sitting in front of your back four, mopping everything up, making sure we pass the ball. Everton don't pass the ball.
Yeah.
We're a team that doesn't like the ball.
Yeah.
You know, the manager plays in a manner that doesn't like the football.
Yeah.
It's you know, very, very it's almost like a counter-attacking side, but we've got zero pace. So it isn't even a counter-attacking team.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because the manager is what he is, and he makes it difficult to beat and all that. That just means you don't see the best of some players. Doesn't mean the player's not very good. I like Onana. I think he'll be really good. Villa, he's playing with better players. He's got a manager that knows exactly what he wants him to do, and he'll benefit. And that's it. That's the thing. And I think we'd have got more money had there been 2 or 3 teams in for him. There wasn't. So there you go. He'll go on. He'll do well. And good luck to the lad. You know, that's just the way. That's just my take on it.
Yeah.
I think I said last season, Idrissa Gana Gay's our best midfielder by a country mile, and some people didn't like that either. Some people used to have a go and still do have a go with Idrissa, and it's like, well, when he's not in the midfield, you notice. So listen, everyone will always have their idea of what a midfield player should do, but the game has changed so much, and different players do different things now. Absolutely, but it's no point having a player who excels at one thing. It's like James Rodriguez, right? James Rodriguez is a fantastic footballer, but if he come and play for Sean Dyche, he hardly touched the ball. Yeah. And people would have a go at him. So, it is what it is. Benjamin thinks he's a fraud. Well, fine, he won't flop, will he? I don't get that. Why is he a fraud? Is this because he missed the penalty? Yeah. Is that because he missed the penalty against Fulham? Because a lot of people's opinions seem to be based on that. And I just think that's nonsense. Personally, I just think that's nonsense. For me, you watch the game and I think, it can be surprising that when you watch a game and afterwards you look at what he's done and you just think, why is he a mercenary? Does he kicked up a fuss about leaving Everton?
You know what we are buying. We bought a player knowing that within 2 or 3 seasons we'll be selling him. How's that being? I don't get that. Again, players don't come to football clubs anymore to sit around. They want to get to the top. They want to play in the Champions League. If you don't match their ambition, they will leave your football club. Onana's been at Everton for 2 seasons, and in both seasons they were involved at the lower end of the table. I mean, if you've got ambitions in life, then you want to reach the top, don't you? You want to do everything. You want to do everything you can. I'm sure if you've got a job, you want a promotion, or you want to leave where you are to get a better job and keep earning more money and keep going up. You don't sit there and go, oh, I love it here. Doesn't matter what they pay me out. Yeah, you want ambition if it's like, you want, someone to stay with you if you're matching it. And it can be a bit sickening if you're doing well and a player decides to jump ship. But I just think he's a player who, for me, times last season I thought he looked really good on the ball, moved the ball really well, and that's the kind of footballer he is. And I think we showed that in the last couple of games for Belgium. And we'll see. You go somewhere and you see how you can get on. They all have egos. They all think they can do better. They all think we had with Richarlison, people laughed when he said, I want to be Brazil's number 9. And he ended up Brazil's number 9. And he won the Olympics. He's got an Olympic gold medal. He played in a World Cup. I remember all that. People laughed when he said all those things. And he achieved them. You back yourself. You've got to back yourself as a footballer. It's like when boxers, I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do that to you. Knock you out. If you don't have that self-belief, how are you ever going to do anything?
He is what he is. Come in. He's done. I thought he's played well for Everton. Not all the time. He's played well for Everton mostly. I don't think we used him right. And we move on. We've sold him. We've made a profit. We've got a good PSR number off the back of him. And we move on. He'll go on to Villa. I think he'll do very well, and we'll hopefully spend the money well, and we'll get better. That's what we'll do. The Blues says most people don't rate midfielders unless they score goals. It's why Guy all of a sudden started getting praised for scoring the odd goal, despite being. You're absolutely right, Gray. Absolutely right, Gray. Absolutely right. The Blues, you're spot on. It's the same thing. If you don't score goals, you're a terrible midfield player. Well, okay, that's the way it is, isn't it? But if you don't rate him, that's fine. You should be thinking, well, you know what? We've made the profit on someone I don't rate. That's fine. No problem with that. I just think he'll do well at Villa because he'll be in a better side.
He's also being bought by a manager who wants him and knows how to use him.
Yeah. We'll have a plan for him.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, Onana was bought by Kevin Thelwell.
To make money.
And Frank Lampard used him, put him in the midfield, didn't he? And he done well. And he's gone on and he's made Everton money, and off we go. That's it. Blue Cali says Onana's a good player, still young, will thrive with better players around him. Yeah. Mr. Blue Sky says Onana looked great for Belgium, but for us he's had 4 or 5 good games. Doesn't look the same with us. Maybe doesn't suit our team. I think he's had a lot more than 4 or 5 good games.
He also shields the back 4 really well.
Yeah.
He if you watch him, when he doesn't have the ball, he really does. When he sits in front of it, he forces the opposition to go wide. I think he's good at that as well.
But again, I'm not trying to convince you that he's a good player. You'll have your own opinion. My opinion is we've got him. He done well. He could have done better, absolutely, because I think maybe like what Mr. Blue Sky is saying, the 4 or 5 good games, I'd say top games when he dominated, like the Arsenal game, Dyche's first. He dominated them. He's had other games where you've gone, that's him. Like when he's doing that, no one can live with him. His first derby under Lampard, he was exceptional and dominated the game. He's had those moments. Now, has he had enough of them? No. Still doesn't mean he's not a good footballer. I think he'll do well.
He's also a very young man as well.
He's 22. People are on about, give this lad a chance in the 21s and give this player a chance and all of this, and he's 22 years of age. He's played in the World Cup and the Euros already. Villa have just paid 50 odd million quid for him, so he'll be all right. Fair play. Oswald said, I loved Onana's passion. He seemed to genuinely love his teammates. Didn't always seem like he was the perfect fit for us, but he's clearly a talented player, and I wish him well. That's a great way to look at it. He's come in, done us a job, made us some money. Good luck to the lad, and hopefully we reinvest that well. M says Onana isn't a fraud. What a stupid statement. The lad did okay. We made the profits on him. We now need to go and find the next one we can upsell in 2 years. Yeah, that's it. Listen, we just need to... that is the model that we have to adopt right now, isn't it? We have to get a player in, hopefully improve them and sell them for a profit and reinvest. And then as you get better and better at doing that, the need to sell one of those players reduces because you're better all round. And that's where we are. Sophie says Onana will show everyone how good he is under Emery. David says protects the ball well. The Blue says, I also find it odd that people love Tarky or Branthwaite celebrating tackles but hate Onana doing it. That's the contradiction, mate, isn't it? The same with Dwight McNeil leaving his position to run over the other side of the pitch, chasing the ball he's never going to get for 10 seconds, and people stand up like he scored 55 goals. There's things that Dwight McNeil should be clapped and applauded for. But that kind of thing, running around, we'd all be doing it, wouldn't we? So it is a bit weird. James W said he's the best player in the squad. His running, passing style pisses a lot of our fan base off. Jose Perez said, I don't think he played well for Belgium, but neither did most of his... He was in every...
He got in the team of the group stages.
Team of the group stages. Every European journalist was like, he's bossed it all.
I was just looking on Twitter there, or X as you call it, and there's like an explore option on the right hand side, and it's got like little things that are generated, little stories that are generated. It says this story is a summary of posts on X and may evolve over time. It's based on their own AI.
Oh, okay.
Grok. That's what it's called, isn't
weird name, yeah.
Grok can make mistakes, but the title of it's quite interesting because Everton unveils 2024-25 home kit amid pricing woes. That's interesting, isn't it? So it's done the shocking truth of
Shocking truth.
it is. But it's clear. That's interesting, isn't it? That Twitter using its AI has calculated so many tweets about the new kit and that people are not happy about the price. That's very interesting.
M says, Baz, where would you play Dele? If he was going to play, he'd have to play where Decore plays. But he'd have to be fit. And that's, a lot of fans love Sean Dyche and love what he's done and trust him. So therefore you have to, what I say is apply that same trust then to Sean Dyche's decision on Dele. That's all I'm saying. If the manager deems Dele fit and looks capable of doing him a job, he'll give him a contract. I imagine he is getting a contract because Everton have sorted it out with Spurs. If the lad can meet certain criteria now, and that's good, isn't it? If he gets fit, then he's an option in that number 10 role, isn't he? And if he got back to any... Again, I don't expect him to be Dele of 4 or 5 years ago. It's not happening. But I keep saying it, if he got 60% of that Dele that was there at Spurs when he was playing nearly well, then we'd still have a very, very useful footballer on our hands. If he could get there, I don't know whether he can. But if he was going to, then that's where he would play in our team, I imagine. That would be the role for him.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not convinced he could be... I mean, he might do, I don't know. But
he's another option, isn't he?
Yeah,
listen, I'm conflicted about this because I look where what we spent on him so far and what he's given us. But the manager clearly feels like there's something there. There's something to work with. He obviously feels like the lad has worked really hard to get himself to this place, and it was just unfortunate that injury last season. The deal, who knows what the deal was in the first place, and who knows what it is now. Who knows what his wages will be on.
I think he's on vastly reduced wages.
Well, it'd have to be vastly reduced.
No, I think he is. And I think the deal is if we sell him, they get half the fee, which I think is more than fair.
Yeah, well,
isn't it? Because if that is what it is, isn't it? Let's see. Where are we here? Carla, we're all right. Thank you very much. Hope you are. Yerry Mina too says, do you not think our fans, or fans in this country in general, have an issue with confidence? They perceive it as arrogance. Players have to have arrogance to push them to be the best. We're seeing it with Bellingham now. Yeah, we are. You
know what? What was I watching last night? I was watching the Daily Thompson documentary last night. And there was a few interesting things in that. And I said to me missus about Michael Jordan documentary and how he created, and I seen this mentioned about Bellingham, how they created fake rivalries to push himself, like a rivalry in his head. And I seen someone mention this about Bellingham, about creating a rivalry, say after when he criticised the media and fans going after him. And that thing of like, I need an enemy to go after. And I think that's what footballers at the highest level are a bit like that. I think that's certainly something like Ronaldo's got, or has had, of that idea of, I actually don't mind people disliking me because I can show them all up. Give me that ball, I'll show you. I'll take that penalty. I'll take every single one of those free kicks till I score one. And they need that. And I think I hate this thing of like, he's got an ego, he's got an attitude. Good. I want them all to have egos. I want them all to have attitudes. I don't know anybody who's ever done anything in their lives that didn't have an ego, who didn't think they could achieve something, because that's the difference. That's the difference. If you're in any profession, I went and saw a play while I was in London. I went and saw the Stranger Things play, and I just, when you're watching them and you just think, how do they do that? How do they get on that stage and never sort of even look? You can tell that when they're looking at the audience, they're not. They're looking past the audience, and there's an absolute crystal clear idea. They know they've rehearsed to death, and they know exactly what they're doing.
I've been in it. I've done it.
Of course, you wear, of course, the ultimate Snow White, and clearly the right size. No, skinny I meant. She likes her almond nuts like any. Well, she just loves her nuts. That's why she lives with 7 fellas. Because they'd go and get the nuts for her. What goes in your mind? Nothing. But no, when you think but you've got to have that like inner confidence, haven't you? Got to have that inner mojo, inner belief that what you're doing, it doesn't matter. Like, whereas we go up and you probably hear a cough and go,
why does everyone loved Muhammad Ali? He's the most arrogant man ever. But he wasn't. But he was, if that makes sense. You know. Yeah. And that was what it's about. And you see it with everybody now, don't you? That's what it's about. People like, why do birds suddenly appear? Well, Conor McGregor, people like him. Biggest player going.
It's a swagger. But
people have like that.
Because it's a swagger that attracts. And it doesn't matter whether it's real. There's a lot of fake. There's an idea of fake it till you make it, isn't there? As Taylor said. You fake it till you make it, and you actually change your persona, don't you? Change that persona of who you are. It becomes your persona. You embody it so much that becomes you, changing your personality. It's tough.
They're all human beings at the end of the day. You've got to get through it.
Right, we've got Mike on. Let's see if Mike's audio is better. Hello, Mike.
Good start. Hello, Mike.
Mike's left.
Okay, Mike's left.
Okay. Going well anyway.
It's not the most successful start.
No, it's not a great start to trying new software out.
Why did you leave, Mike?
Steve P says, Baz, people made up Onana has gone, but worrying that we might lose Michalenko. That's bizarre to me. It's like a lot of our fans have this coping mechanism when it comes to some of our players.
Said it before, mate. Said it before.
Oh, I can hear something.
That's Mike.
Is that Mike? Mike, can you hear us?
Mike, are you back?
Ja.
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Toezalig.
Ned, we're into it.
I can hear you twice, and I think that's probably down to Ned.
I don't know how to fix that.
We have to take
yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Ned, what about Ned, the monitor? Is it the monitor?
Just see if Ned can correct this. If not,
like we used to have it. 1 second, Mike.
Just bear with us, Mike. Ned sounds short.
Take the people not in the gated community.
No, we can hear nothing, Ned.
No. Barry Pop says Alan Ball had an ego and an attitude. the greatest of them all.
Absolutely. They all do, mate. Anyone who's worth the salt. As I was going to say then, I think there's some fans who just want people to stay forever.
But the ones that that aren't amazing, and they think, well, they won't hurt us.
Got it going only to us for a second while I fix it.
Okay.
Right.
But no one else can hear it.
No one else can hear it.
Well, then that's not really good, is it?
Not while I fix it. Well, yeah, while I fix
Ned's
it,
going to try and fix it. By the way, this is like literally the first time we've ever tried this.
Muted that side.
Like, might be the last.
No, we'll get it to work. It is.
We'll get it to work, and then it'll be
It's trial and error. Trial and error. That's all it is. We're just trying this system.
No, it'll just be the software, mate. It's just while we figure out, just because it's brand new. It's just while we figure out. Ned knew all the other software, he knew it, but there was issues with that, so we're just trying to move it on. But obviously, you've got to
just give us a second, Mike, while the cars have figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mike, just for a minute, I'll just read some comments out. So just bear with us for a sec. Martin Armstrong says new kits looks well, but would have preferred blue socks. Is right, Martin. As for Beto, I think he'll leave before the window closes along with Dom, and we'll have a much changed squad from last season.
Well, that's been muted today. We haven't spoke about that. Have we? Beto possibly leaving. Was it Bologna?
Bologna, yeah, because obviously they just sold Joshua Zirkzee, haven't they? And they've got some money and want to replace him. And Beto's done all right in Italy, 2 seasons, double figures in both seasons. So Everton apparently don't want to sell him, but obviously if Bologna come with an offer, Everton might. It depends who Everton feel like they can replace him with, though, doesn't it? If they're thinking, well, we're going to lose Calvert-Lewin, and we're losing Beto, where are we getting 2 from now? We keep saying Adebayo would be one who we'd go for. Do you then take a chance on a younger striker, or will it? I mean, I imagine it'll be Armando Broja, one of them. If it was Beto and Dom out and Broja and Adebayo in, that'd be different, wouldn't it? We still got Schmidt, of course. It's an interesting one. I don't know what Everton will do. But regardless, I do think Beto will be better this season for having the year in the Prem and having a pre-season. Is that good enough to lead the line as Everton's main striker? I don't know. People will have reservations, and I 100% get that after last season. Yeah. But again, he didn't. A lot of games he didn't play in, or he got minutes at the end. I'm sure he'd say, well, if the manager had played me every week, I'd have got used to it, but dropping me and then putting me back in for a bit and take me out again. He might use that as the thing why he didn't progress as much as he should. I don't know. But obviously Everton would have to bring 2 in if him and Dom went out, because you're 1 injury away from disaster.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely. We can't have that happening.
No.
Mike, can you count to 10, please, if you're still there?
Few teething problems. I'd like an all blue kit. I'm just going to say it. I'd love Everton to just have an all blue kit. I always think when we wear all blue, you always see people go, how amazing does all blue look? I'd love a little bit of change, something a little bit different. Yes, I know people love tradition, but I'd love something a little bit different, and all blue would be brilliant, I think. But listen,
I wanted the dark socks.
The other year we went to dark socks and everyone was loving that. Now and again, I don't think there's a problem in changing up. Loads of teams. City have had white shorts. Sometimes they have blue shorts. Man United change their socks whether they're in league or Europe.
Yeah.
At home. Spurs do the same. Spurs in Europe playing all white.
All white, yeah. Why couldn't we use the... I mean, I did the first year we played at Goodison, did we have white socks? Maybe we did. But I know we've had black socks and dark blue socks and stuff. So
blue and black socks. 95.
Max says Everton's kit makers by best to worst. There's Umbro, Lecoq Sportif, Nike, then Puma. Good start by Castori. The kit is smart. And Brad says, afternoon, gents, how come you think the Pro Kits badge and sponsor isn't stitched on? Because doesn't look as good, not stitched. Because
no Pro Kit is stitched on. Because they have lighter... The heat transfer badges, which I prefer them. I thought the badge on that first Hummel kit was well better than the embroidered one. The embroidered one was all over the place the first time, and I know that was down to after COVID and everything. But I prefer the one on the first one.
Do you like the
I much prefer them. I think as long as they stay on, of course.
That's it.
I think the embroidery one's more like a. I think for us it's more of that idea that we think it's more expensive somehow. But I think
it does look good.
But I think now in terms of like,
what do you think's cheap?
well, look at that top you've got on, right? Would you like that Nike tick to be embroidered or how it is?
I like
exactly.
it.
So why does the badge need to be embroidered?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I see because the Custodi's embroidered as well, so I think it.
I wouldn't have either embroidered.
No, I'm saying, but it is, so it looks quite good.
Oh,
but,
you can't have one without the other.
But the heat thing, yeah. I mean, I don't know whether they're dearer. Is it more expensive to embroider? I would have thought so, but I don't know.
I don't know, but I know for the professional kits, there is that idea of a kit can be worn every week. Whereas with embroidery, say it's for kids or whatever, you might be wearing it all the time, and you might be putting on the right washing and all that. It works harder. James has just said to me, "Would I change the badge?" Well, I put something on Twitter the other day about the badge, and it was just an idea that I had in my head about the badge. See, so the third kit that we've had in the last few years, obviously we have the tower just on its own. So I put on Twitter the other day, would you like the tower, but a badge behind it?
Sure,
but the badge would be the same colour as the kit.
Okay.
So imagine.
I get it.
Tone on tone.
Yeah.
But it just gives the tower something to sit on. I know, but it's the same colour. So we've got. So let's say we had we got a blue kit, blue badge, but with a white tower on.
I think the tower should be bigger.
No, I do. But I think because you've got that badge, it gives it something to sit on, and it gives it it makes it.
No, I get it.
Gives it more of like a 3D effect,
Mm.
and I'd like to see that certainly for the third kit, maybe not for the home kit. I think the badge we've got now is too cluttered. Personally, I think it's too cluttered.
Well, what would you lose off it?
Everything but the tower. I'm not interested. I just don't get it. I don't get why we need all the bells and whistles on it. The laurels and why do we need laurels? You know, our badge didn't start till we didn't have an Everton badge till 1939.
No, they used to change the kits I've got. I've still got them. Sure, I have.
During the 70s, we just had EFC.
Well, we had different badges.
Yeah. During the 60s, we had nothing.
Yeah.
This the badge that we know now on the kit didn't really come into 1992. That was the first time we had really a badge.
The badge we've got now only came into existence in 2013.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But that's based on obviously the original badge. But the original badge wasn't on kits. That was a badge that I think Cuff came up with. I think it was Everton's secretary or whatever you want to call it at the time. And he came up with that, but it was never on the kits, and it wasn't till, as I say, it wasn't till 1992, the year before the Premier League, or 91, sorry, that suddenly we had a badge. 80s, we all know we just had a tower on the laurels for the 80s. 70s, we just had EFC. So the badge thing is a bit weird.
And we've had the shield.
Yeah,
we had the shield with the badge inside.
I just don't understand why we need this badge that's got laurels, the name, the date. Why do we need 1878 in it? Why does it need to say Everton in it? I understand that.
Everton thing is for the market and all.
Well, then stand on your own 2 feet then. I just don't get
why
it.
West Ham had London.
But that doesn't say West Ham though, does it? It says London, which isn't what they're called. It establishes where they are.
Yeah, that's I know, I'm just
Liverpool
saying.
this year are going to basically just the live bird on everything. The TV stuff will just be they're getting rid of their big badge in terms of it'll still be used in some things, but they've gone to a simplified version. Now, of course,
the kit.
Well, it's always on the kit. It just has the live bird and LFC. But on the TV and stuff, they were still using the big one, but that's gone now. I just simplify it.
Kick off. Some of our fans.
I just simplify. I just don't understand why it needs all the bells and whistles. I really like just this new tower. I think it's very simple. I think it's very modern. You're right. It needs to be bigger. It needs to be much bigger, or have a shield behind it. But I really like that. I just don't get this badge of all. I mean, don't get me wrong. The one before the Fisher Price one was bad as well because the EFC was outside. That was another one.
Yeah, that was.
Why do you need all those bells and whistles?
Ironically, the Fisher Price badge, we were brilliant at. We should have kept it.
We were.
James W says the current badge is the worst we've ever had. in my opinion.
The which one?
The one we've got now. Would
Yeah.
you say that's worse, James, than the Fisher Price badge? Fast Eddie says £110 is a ludicrous price for a shirt. But that's for the Pro Edition, but correct. It is. It's absolutely correct. Just have to stress that the replica one isn't £110.
Yeah.
But you're right. You're right. The 75, let's be honest, is too expensive for a kit. If we're being perfectly honest about it. Let's not arse about. But we'll see. We'll see. If you can get it, get it. If you can't, don't. Patrick, I don't need to get over McNeil
check if he's got
being
headphones.
applauded for putting some effort in. My point was, other people are castigated for certain things when they're doing the job properly. And because someone ran for 5 seconds, people were sharing it on X. You need to get over sharing stuff like that, in my opinion. It's embarrassing. That's the least. The manager said that in his first press conference. Sweat on the shirt. I expect Dwight McNeil to do that at 95 minutes of every single
There should
day.
never be a one-man press. Ever.
No.
Ever be a one-man press. Your press as a
Give
team
him.
or not at all. And there's a one-man press. It's the centre
Again,
forward.
it's all
You get
about
took out of the
standards,
game.
isn't it? If,
It's the
that,
centre
instantly.
forward.
if that's your standards, that you think that's amazing, fair play. Mine are much, much higher than that. Blue Cali says just drop Everton on the 1878 from the badge. Ross prefers the 92 badge. James W's, he's throwing cat amongst the pigeons
Go on.
here. Says he preferred the Fisher Price badge.
Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth right now.
It was, and you know what, James? It was with one of the
Not
best
working.
away
He's
kits
not got
we've ever
headphones.
had as well. That badge, that
He's not
yellow,
got headphones on that, mate.
yellow away kit, incredible. Steve P, nail on the head, mate. Garner has been doing that for years and never been applauded for it.
Yeah.
Only Garner goes and gets the ball,
Yeah,
and
that's
people
the-
still
that is
go,
the
"What
difference."
does he do?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Weird, very
That's
weird. Reed Barter says £110 on average price for a Pro Football edition.
No one said it. No one said it wasn't. I mean, number one, right? Can we make this is another thing that annoys me about life in general. When things are really, really expensive, and people just decide, oh, that's fine, like that. Well, they're all 110 quid. That doesn't make it all right, does it? What that makes is sheep. What that makes is sheep.
I think he's just saying that's what the.
No, I'm not saying he's a sheep.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying that's.
It's all more expensive. It's all too, if we're being perfectly honest, right? It's all too expensive.
Everything's too expensive.
75 quid for a kit, a shirt, just for a football shirt. Come on.
No, but that's the
Come on.
point, isn't it?
But
Because
that's
someone puts the price up to 75, and then someone goes, well, right, then we have to have ours at 75, and then or let's go to 1 year. Well, what's wrong with 2 years? No, they're going 1 year. And you know what this got said recently about Spurs getting rid of the tickets for the concessions for over 65, and they were saying once one does it,
Yeah.
they'll all do it.
Yeah,
Because
no.
they'll all go, well, if your fan base will take it, our fan base will take it, and this is a.
I hope we don't do that.
But this is the problem, though, isn't it? We're keeping up with the Joneses. It's like this in everything in life, and we as a country just take it, and we just go, well, you know, it's £6 for a coffee. Well, what? Well, that's just the way it is. No,
No, it's
but
not.
it shouldn't be the way it is, should it? It shouldn't. Right. I'll just say this: who the fuck needs a Pro shirt? Who needs a £110 shirt that the players are wearing?
Players need it. The players need it.
Nobody needs it.
They
You don't need it. You're not playing for Everton. You never will play for Everton, because if you played for Everton, your shirt would be free. No one needs a £110 shirt. Are you going to five-a-side every single week with your Everton top and going, God, I feel so much better because I had the Pro shirt on. Oh my God, the vents on the side of this shit. No, what a load of nonsense.
It's margins.
Nobody needs a Pro shirt. The clubs just go, you know what, we can just sell these, because a few people go, why is our shirt different to the ones they wear? So really what it should be is your shirt should be £85 or £75, sorry, and it's the same one the players wear. That should be the line in the sand, because you go, why £75? Well, the technology that goes into these football kits is unbelievable, you know, and all this. No, it's not. It's a footy shirt. It's nonsense. But we buy into it all the time. And why people buy into it, the shirt, because where does it stop? Where will this stop? And this is not a dig at Everton, by the way. Everton have been given a fat chunk of change, haven't they, by Castori, to come in. And they've put the shirt up. My fear with Castori was always, I've liked Castori for years. I've honestly, I've liked them for years, but I've never bought any of their gear because I look at it and go, I don't need a £75 hoodie, right? Because if you go on their website, that's how much stuff costs because it's really, really nice stuff. It's like almost like designer sportswear in many ways. And when they entered football, I was like, are they still going to be selling? And they are. They're selling designer hoodies. Yeah,
but we knew that it was going to be.
No, I know. I'm talking in general, though.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
In general, when they come into football, I was like, what's their line going to be? Their line continued. £75 hoodies. I don't want to buy a £75 football hoodie. Do you know what? It might be lovely. It might be light as a feather. It might be dead warm. I can buy a £35 hoodie that does the same job. I don't need it. And what makes it worse is if I want an Everton one, it's got a big massive Castori sign on with Everton written. I don't want that. Sorry, that's so yeah, fine, Castori, I get what you're doing, but I don't need that for what.
But some people will, won't they? And that's fine.
But will enough people want that though? That's the problem, isn't it?
Where are we? The Blues says that moment from McNeil was silly. It was an ego press to get the crowd going, but we got carved open. And Wormy Spoons says, paid £100,000 a week to play a physically demanding sport, ran for 5 minutes, and people wanted to set fireworks off. Yeah. Anyway, listen, this wasn't about that. This is about the thing of people just do have a go at certain players and other players get away with, you know, it should be we should be supporting all of the players and not picking holes in all of them. That's the big thing. Carla, you're right, kids might want the pro shit. They can't get it because it's not available. It's not there. The club, to be fair to the club and Castori, they haven't done those two options, so parents go, I'll have to pay £100 for that then. No. Obviously, I'm just going to tell my lad he ain't getting a pro version.
I mean, listen, be a parent. You ain't. It's
not happening.
Actually, I'd tell them there was a pro version and they weren't getting it. That's what I'd do. Set the rules nice and early. Yeah. You're not having that pro version. Do you know why? Because you're not a pro. In fact, you're not even a very good footballer. Take up cricket.
Carla, no, there isn't a pro version for a goalkeeper kit. No. Jordan Pickford has got one. The goalkeepers at Everton will get their version, not available to buy. That's it.
He's got earphones in now, so I don't know if that's any better.
Well, we can't hear him anyway, so you.
I don't know. Mike, can you count to 5, please?
Gilly the Lemon says the two Wirral brothers sold and got millions. I've no say in it now.
I don't know if that's true. I know Andy Murray came in as an investor, but I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't think they sold it. I think they got a big amount of money into the company. They basically got a lot of money. They did what a lot of companies do. They got massive investments in so they could expand. Andy Murray came in as an investor early on because he liked the stuff.
I think that's working.
Okay, just give me 1 sec. Andy Murray came in, and basically now they've got lots of money behind them because that's what companies do. You have hedge funds who invest in these companies. So, right. Have we got Mike finally? He was being our guinea pig and fair play to you. Hello, go on. I can't hear nothing, Ned.
Hello.
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 Can't hear nothing, Ned.
Can you not hear him?
No.
I can.
Hello.
Go on, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, it's so crap, innit?
No, it's terrible, Ned. It's terrible. I don't know what you've been doing for half an hour, Ned. But...
Oh, no, it's bouncing again, Mike.
I don't know what's making it do that.
You haven't got your speaker on as well, have you? Because if you're talking to us, make sure it's not coming out anywhere else or whatever. You haven't got Patreon open or anything like that. You're just on the link.
Default speakers.
Because if you've got Patreon open or you've got YouTube,
You know when you're on the radio and you go turn your radio down?
Yeah, that
Well,
kind of
that's
thing.
the kind of thing that we're getting. So we're getting an echo, and it's the audio's just not very good. No, it sounds like he's in a cave then.
Oh, I've turned it off for everyone else.
Okay.
sorry, mate. I honestly, you sound like you fell down a well and you're waiting for Lassie to go, run back
By the
to
way,
the village.
we
and
have got
back.
we only have a trial. We haven't paid for this. So.
No. Listen, we're gonna have to give it all.
It
of,
worked.
You know,
Me and Ned did it before. It worked. But so it's not Ned's fault. It's not Ned's fault. It worked before, but for some reason now we just can't get it to work properly. We're gonna have to go through it properly.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine.
I'm
It's
sure
fine.
at some stage we'll be all right with it.
Yeah, we will do.
Bocker says Leeds fan here in peace, grandparents and Scotty. That's fine, even if you're not in peace. You can come in, Bocker, no issue. What's gonna happen to Goodison Park when you leave?
We're just gonna make Nonto run round it.
Yeah, Nonto's doing his pre-season it now. There's a Goodison legacy, but it's gone very quiet.
No, I don't think it has gone quiet because there's not much you can do with it till we actually leave.
Well, go on then. What's gonna happen?
So basically, Ned.
We will
Ned.
be on for 50. He's got to go. So
Okay, just you piss off.
yeah.
So no, I wanted him to get me a pic. Do me a favour, just find the Goodison legacy. Just go
Just
on and get
before
me a
you
picture
go.
of it before you
Well,
go.
go on, talk about it. Well,
So
Ned,
basically,
talk
Goodison will be. The stands will be knocked down, essentially.
hit the like button, by the way.
Goodison legacy.
Just seeing that
Yeah.
comment.
Get me the picture of the whole
Michael
thing.
fuming with you all. Hit the like button now.
It's going to be knocked down, essentially. But go on there, put that on screen.
Let me just twist it a bit.
Oh God! Go on, just twist there. Put a twist it. So the bottom bit is Goodison Road. Right? No, twist it though. Twist it so that like that. Come on, Ned.
Just don't want that.
I don't care, Ned. Just twist it, like we did last summer. Come on, come on. What are you doing?
Twisting the wrong thing.
What are you not twisting me melon?
Why is that?
Ned, what are you doing?
Let me
What are you doing, Ned?
Basically, Bocker, that's it there.
Right, that's it.
Go
right,
on,
now
Ned.
go higher, Ned. Go higher. Now twist it more.
Twist it a bit more. Then go on,
Right.
so bit
Now-
higher.
now go higher.
Bit higher.
Right.
Bit higher.
That'll do.
Sound,
Right, that'll do. Right, so the bottom bit is Goodison Road, right? So on the far left, that's where the church is. You can see that now, right? Then you've got the Gladys Street, and you've got where these three towers are, where the park end car park is. Ned, what are you doing? What are you making? Oh my God, Ned, man. My God, man. So as you can see, it is the footprint of Goodison. Ned, you touch that again, and I will rip your fingers off in a metaphorical way.
Gilly, cheers.
So that's Goodison right there. Basically, you've got. Okay, go and do that. Do that. And that's the last thing you. Go and do that. Right, David. Okay.
Terrified.
So that's Goodison right there. As I said, Goodison Road is the bottom bit. Park End is to the right. Gladys Street to the left. Bullens at the top. The three towers are like flats, but like you know, but
residential.
not like expensive flats, like you know, affordable council, whatever. You've got a health centre on there. You've got like mental health things. You've got a park. You've got all facilities for like, I don't know, like different ages. And basically it is essentially giving that back to as Bain said, to you, the people. So that will be Goodison. So there's no supermarket. There's no housing estate. That's what will be at Goodison. So it's all for the community and for the people of L4. We're not making any money off it. And that's the Goodison legacy, essentially. So, there you go. It's all good. Go on, Ned, you can put it back. Yeah, so that's it. So, there you go. Chris Byrne says, your usual levels of chaos. Yeah, I mean, listen, this is the show we like to provide to you people. We like to... There you go.
I mean,
That's... Ned, where are you actually going?
he's playing footy.
No, you're not. Who with? Oh, Sidak, mate. You can't be doing this every week.
Well, they're moving it to Tuesday.
Are they just for you? Okay, that's fair enough. They must think. Look at me. You can't do Wednesday because you're supposed to wear till 6:30.
The new season.
Okay, whatever, Ned. You need as much training as you can get. James W says, thought we didn't own the car park. Yeah. Mashiri bought it all back, didn't he? And then probably sold most of it off anyway.
Patrick, the point was with regards to what people accept and seem to have a go at people for, and yet they flip things to what suits their narrative, as you've done there.
Yeah.
You do whatever. You do you, mate.
James W says, it's worse on a Thursday. No, it's not worse on a Thursday. Thursday is different because Ned just opens up. There aren't any technical issues or experiments.
No.
We just do a show called Round the Tower, which may be the greatest show that you've never seen if you're not on Premier.
Yeah.
And what we generally discovered in the last 15 minutes is Ned's thoughts,
which are terrifying. They're absolutely
like dark
terrifying.
thoughts, where Ned, if anyone watches it, exposes his unconscious bias on things.
On a lot of things.
And it is a little bit scary. It is a little bit like...
He's terrifying in a
If you watch The Boys,
funny way.
And when Homelander has his inner thoughts, that's Ned.
Yeah.
That's very much Ned. You know, think Germany in 1930, before it all kicked off. There was a man there who had these really dark thoughts and was painting his pictures, probably of his dog and of his cousin that he ended up marrying or something. That's essentially... Because he's already got the pictures, hasn't he?
He does.
He loved the Bob Ross till he ran.
I mean, we've got a few of our patrons, Premier members in the comments. Carla, the price for Premier is worth it purely for Round the Tower. Chris Burns says Round the Tower is worth the price of admission alone. Ned is literally Carl Pilkington if he was an Evertonian. Carla says, little spoiler, 2 words, human testing. Yeah. James talks about the Thursday. Yeah. If you've never ever...
Yeah. Emma says, nearly got away with it last Thursday, but Ped never cut the stream and it all went off in the last minute. Emma, why would I cut the stream?
Yeah.
Why would I cut the stream? You know, I mightn't cross the streams like in Ghostbusters, but why would I deny you that entertainment?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Why would I deny it?
That's the thing for you. Crimson BRS says Nedlander.
Yeah. They're not our inner thoughts. They're his inner thoughts.
And Lou says he lets his inner thoughts win. He does, Lou. You are right. And Tracker Bro says just got Premier today. Gonna have to check
Honestly,
this out. Check it out tomorrow, mate.
Well, no, go back and watch
actually,
last
go
week,
back and watch last
or
week.
Or the week. Honestly, some of them. Put it this way, there was a video and one of the questions was, and Ned asked the question because we wouldn't ask a question like this.
Basically, explain the premise of it.
So the premise is, Round the Tower is, 3 of us go on it, and you have 3 questions. You have 3 questions each: an Everton question, a football question, and an anything question. Anything could be like, what's your favourite topping on ice cream, or whatever.
Would you
And
buy a
Ned-
pro shirt?
Ned had a question, and his question was, this is ages ago, like weeks ago, if there was no ethics, if you could do something, and that's already causing problems when you're saying no
I
ethics.
wouldn't give the answer away.
No,
Just what
I'm not going to give the answer away. But his question was, if there was no ethics in the world, what would you do? And I'm not telling you what Ned would do. No spoilers from me. Honestly, it's on Premier for a reason. It couldn't go on YouTube. It just couldn't, because we'd get kicked off. It is full on. Many people would many people would be worried about the situation if we allowed it to go on YouTube. So we can't. There you go. Is John Heitinger a rat?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to double check.
He's not a rat, is he? Because he's just gone... I mean, he was on not long ago saying how much of an Evertonian he is. He wants Everton to do well. He's obviously gone to Liverpool, but he's gone full Sammy Lee, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Really? But...
Yeah.
That's what it is, isn't it? So other people might not like his rattish, or might call it rattish behaviour. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Tommy says, I can't believe there's no plans to move the Dixie Dean statue and the Holy Trinity ones to Bramley Moor. Yeah, I mean, also the stones that are there as well. I know we've
Have they not got defo not getting taken? That's
because I know John has. We've got a stone there, and John's got a stone there, and I believe John was told that they were moving to Bramley Moor, and then he's been told since that they're not moving.
So are they just going to leave them walls?
Just going to leave them there. So I think if on that picture you can't see it now. There's a gate, and I think the gate goes into Dixie Dean's statue.
Oh, okay.
I can understand, but okay, the argument for them not moving is they are lasting memories of players who played at that stadium.
Yeah.
They're there to mark that stadium, aren't they?
Stadium,
and I can understand that. And also, so the if you look at it like that, the Holy Trinity played there, and they're outside the church, and they'll be outside the church forever. They didn't play at Bramley Moor. Dixie Dean never played at Bramley Moor. You know, and the stones are for Goodison Park. If you think about it, they are a monument to what was there. So I suppose it's like anything.
Yeah,
I suppose like anything else, isn't it? It's like trying to think of something similar, but I don't know if it's why we have blue plaques. I suppose you have a blue plaque
to mark.
You know, John Lennon. You don't move John Lennon's plaque to the Dakota building, do you, in New York? Because he moved there. It's where he lived when he was younger. So I think they'll be kept there, and I think that makes sense, doesn't it, to me? I mean, yeah, that does make sense. The Holy Trinity are outside the church. They're there for a reason. There, it's why when I think me and John discussed it not so long ago, we might have the idea of if Everton are so skint, why aren't they just letting someone buy the land? But Everton being skint is quite a short-term problem, isn't it? Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
So, but houses on Goodison is a long-term thing, whereas we control the narrative for Goodison. We're putting stuff on it, and it'll have areas, I imagine, I'm sure Goodison will have an area where people can go whose ashes, say, family ashes was, and they can go there as like a remembrance garden or something like that. But for the sake of, like, you know, I don't know, 15 million quid or something. That all goes, doesn't it?
Straight away, yeah.
And if you want a lasting memory of somewhere that will still be there in 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, even 100 years, we're going to have that instead of a housing estate or I don't know, a supermarket or something. So
it's I mean, people are putting up certain things about it. Ned Bundy was one of the shouts that we give him, wasn't it? James W said his glass pond. That was in his dad's glass pond. Yeah, that was an interesting one. Carla says his answer for a natural disaster he wanted to experience was interesting. Emma says, what about his ideal holiday destination? These are all things. Yeah. These are all things that you would see. Massimo says, was Ned's perfect holiday destination Bariloche, Argentina? Deck says, all the callers today have been captured by Titan, king of the Aquafibians. Yeah. Neddy Seagoon, Nicky New Blue says. Matt Fredrickson, know nothing about the name of the new stadium at the moment. Matthew Williams on Onana said the only reason Onana came was because he was told he'd be here 2 years and we'll get a move to a bigger team. Is that not what Brighton do? And we all want to operate like that?
Yeah. Sorry, I've seen Emma's comments.
The best. Shed, that was one of the best
with
ones.
No door.
The shed with no door was another classic. Was a classic.
Wasn't that something to do with that Ned's mum and dad have a building?
Yeah.
On the outside of their house that is connected to their house, but you can't actually get into the house via the building or something.
And we said, do you mean a shed? It keeps things in. And he didn't understand. And you'd have these things, and listen, it's up to you. But
no, it was like they'd invented something, and it was just like, they've invented a shed.
A shed that everyone has. So listen, if you for the price of it's actually cheaper than a coffee at Costa or Starbucks or other coffee places are available, Caffè Nero and others amongst it, Pret and all that. You can enjoy Ned from the Twilight Zone.
Put it this way, you could buy for 2 years a Premier would mean one Everton kit. That's all I'm saying.
2 years of it, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
But it's very interesting. that show is on a Thursday
it's-
afternoon, and it's mad.
It is mad.
Where me spoon says, nah, Brighton make money. Well, so are we. So are we on Onana. So it's all good. And that's what we have to do, don't we? That's what we have to do. We've made money on Lewis Dobbin. So we'll make money on Dominic Calvert-Lewin. We'll make big money on Jared Brantwaite. So, that, we are moving into those things, won't we? So, Samuel says it. When will Everton release tickets for the Brighton game for members from an international Toffee? I don't know, to be honest, mate. You just have to keep checking every day.
Yeah.
Just keep checking the Everton website. That they'll tell you then when it's available. Carla says not quite round the tower, but the Guantanamo Bay water park a couple of years was a Ned highlight.
Yeah.
Well, that was obviously when we were going to America to watch Everton.
Which we were 2 years ago today. We were there. We were there.
We were. Today, of course, 2 years ago was the day that Ned didn't buy us, well, me, some water. Me and Cam, I think it was.
He bought you water. He just didn't buy you a thing.
He didn't buy us a Gatorade.
Yeah, Gatorade,
he gave a tip to a street vendor. That was more than what the Gatorade would have been for me and Cam, who were on our knees because it was about 94 and it was 90% humidity.
Yeah, the humidity was just daft.
And it was just crazy. And
it was like wearing a Villa top last season.
Yeah, it was. And of course, this was the night we had a beverage with Wayne Rooney.
We bumped into Wayne Rooney, or should I say Wayne Rooney bumped into us?
He did. Very interesting. But Ned tipped the street vendor rather than get us liquid that we needed. Hydration.
It was amazing because I was with Ned, so he bought me a Gatorade, and I was like, "We'll just get everyone one." And watching the cogs tick over that he didn't want to buy everyone a Gatorade, but then bottled himself and just allowed the man to have the change.
Yeah.
The change could have paid for
the Gatorade.
And I was like, and he was like, "Well, it's a tip, isn't it?" I was like, "But you do realise that he's already massively marked up these bottles of water and these Gatorades. Essentially, you would be buying 5 bottles of water and 5 Gatorades for $20, and they would normally cost probably $10. So he's doubled his money basically, and instead you've given a big fat tip because you bottled yourself."
Carla said he tipped the street vendor, but had to be told about tipping before he went to America. It's all of that. James says he got his dad a Father's Day present from Morrison's. What do you expect? Absolutely. Wormy Spoon says, what's he going for? 40 million and a sell-on, but he's going for 50 million plus add-ons. It's 32 million, I think, PSR positive, but the profit's around 20 million. Lee'll get 3 million, I think, from it. It isn't Moises Caicedo. That was just crazy what Chelsea went to for that, and that was because Liverpool wanted them as well, and that was last year before anyone had been done for PSR, so clubs were a bit more balls out, and a few clubs were in for him. You're absolutely right. I'm not saying we're at Brighton's level, of course I'm not. They got players. Caicedo, Marcel Brands wanted to buy him for 5 million, and Machiri wouldn't give him the go-ahead. Same time, Manchester United didn't bite either at 5 million. Brighton did. They're ahead of us, Brighton, for that, because that was how they had to operate. Everton need to start getting into that vein of doing it, and hopefully we will do. I'm not disagreeing with you, but all I'm saying is we had Onana for 2 years and we've made a profit on him. So we have to do that hopefully with a lot of our players. But yeah, it's incredible. Patrick, I'm not angry. Honest to God, mate, I'm not angry. You're saying to me, why'd you keep beating McNeil with that stick? I was using it as just an example of not appreciating this, but lauding something that every footballer should do. And I don't get this. I don't understand why this bit here is missed by a lot of fans and this bit is celebrated. That was my point. Dwight McNeil, I hope, has a storming season for Everton and is in every game and scores 10 goals. I want the lad to do well. Seems like a lovely lad. Great left foot. Not as quick as I'd like him to be. No issue with him. But the issue is what's criticised here was lauded here, and that was what I'm trying to explain. The Idrissa Gana Gueye has 4 or 5, 6 other Evertonians came on and put examples up against it, so it's not just me. That's what I'm saying. I'm not angry in the slightest, mate, honestly. Wormy Spoon said that they concede. it's progress, but we need more. No, we do. We absolutely do. Listen, we should have bought Onana when he was 11 million.
How do you want to say when he was 11 then?
Well, why not? We just bought 2 Irish kids who was 16. We should have been getting him when he was leaving Germany, when Lille got him. Shouldn't we? Really? That is when Everton will have moved to the next level. That's what we hope they do. Right now, we ain't there, are we? Right, we're done. Ned's gone, and obviously the phoning's gone. We will be back tomorrow.
We'll get that all
course.
sorted.
We'll have it all sorted. Thanks to everyone who's commented. Thanks for the debate, Patrick. Have a great night. Thanks to everyone else, all of our Premier members who got in. Thanks for the 2 people who did try to get in touch with us.
Thanks,
we
Mike.
apologise.
Thanks, Sharpie.
Yeah, we apologise. We will get it sorted. Take care, Blues. See you later.
Bye.